Alright then, you probably read the title and probably figure, well, that's clickbait. Well, it is a little bit, but I'll explain it. But it really ain't clickbait. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna title this video here about something like buying an RV with gold or something. I don't know what I'll title it. We'll see. But here recently, I say recently, but right there, what that say, August 13, 2023. So that couple years back, well, not quite 2.5 years or so ago, we're trying to buy a little RV. We've been shopping, and I had one. It real nice looking, and before we got to see it, it done been sold out from underneath us. Well, it ain't really, we ain't made a deal for it or nothing, but before we got over there, so we shopping around, and I found a few we're looking at, but only day off I had is Sunday, and bank ain't open or nothing, so we going out to look, planning to buy, because we had a little saved up. So what I did, all I had is I had some cash stashed around, and I had a few ounces of gold, but I just took one similar to this, gold maple leaf. We had a few gold maple leaves and some I think I had a eagle or so, but at maple leaf I got good premium, so it kind of the cheaper of the ones. So I took me a maple leaf, and I took me a couple $1,000 cash in case we found something we really couldn't live without, and we'd have a little bit to get them to hold it. Anyway, we'd shopping around. The first couple, they wasn't in good condition at all. They about falling apart. We looking for a used one. Of course, we're on a budget. And but that third one we found, it's real nice. Older feller had it. Older couple, I say. And he took care of it real nice, but he had gotten bad health, and his son-in-law was selling it for him. Anyway, we got to talking. I said, I like that motorhome pretty good. And my wife, we talk about it. She said, yeah, that's the one. So I talked to the fella. I said, we really like it. What you gonna do? And he said, well, here's the price. And we talk a little bit about the price. I said, well, I ain't got that much, but I told him our budget, and he said, well, I got another feller coming to look at it, but I don't know if he gonna buy it neither. And I said, well, that's the price we got. And I asked him, well, would you take that? And he said, yeah, I reckon so. But of course, just like anybody, he said, well, I can't hold it. And I said, well, what if we put a little down payment on it? And he said, all right then. He didn't say it just like that. I'm just kind of putting in my own words. But anyway, what we did, I had that $2,000 cash, and I had the 1 ounce of gold. And so he just wrote me up a little slip, deposit. And I guess I trust him. He trusts me, because I gave him the cash. I told him we'll be back next week. I'll get my cash together, and we'll be back next week, and we'll transfer it over. So, interesting thing on that, everybody always said silver. I got some silver here. I talk about that, barter. They said you need silver. Well, I reckon it depends on what you barter for. In this case, it'd take quite a few of these little silver quarters to make you a deposit. I handed him a handful of quarters. I said, hold that. He probably laughed at me. But now a lot of people ask, they said, well, you really think somebody gonna take your gold? You know, they gonna take that gold, they even gonna know what that is? Well, in this case, I told him, I said, well, I got a couple $1,000 for deposit, and I got this 1 ounce gold piece. And he kind of lit up when I said that. And he said, what you got? And I showed him that. Of course, it wasn't in one of these capsules, it just in a little flip. I showed him that. Oh, he said, oh, that's a maple leaf. I said, oh, you like gold? He said, yeah, me and the wife, we've been saving for a house. And we saving up, we're using gold to save. I guess kind of like what we're doing right now, saving for his deposit. I said, oh, all right, well, you know what that is then. And he said, yeah, I've been buying them from Amex, how you say it, Ampex or whatever. I don't know how you say it, because all I ever did is sit at Rhett, that Ampex or whatever. Anyway, he been buying online. He said, yeah, I've been buying them online. And so we just called that $2,000, and we called that other cash. Of course, it was $2,000, so we said it's $4,000, and I just come up with the rest of it. Anyway, so in that case, the gold, I guess he probably would have held it for just the $2,000, but it's kind of neat because the gold was, it kind of made a little connection there. When I showed him that gold, he really liked it, and then knowing that he's into gold, we got to talking, probably talked for half an hour after we made the deal, just talking about the gold and stuff like that. And so actually it kind of turned into a little bit of bonding, if you will, or whatever. We kind of developed a little trust there, and of course, trust but verify. I took pictures of his IDs and stuff and made sure I knew who got my gold, and he ripped me up this here little receipt thing. Now, I guess he could have just hopped off with my gold, but it turned out all right. We got the RV now, and we really enjoyed it. Of course, I didn't spend all the gold on it. What we did, I drew out the cash, and we was out of town at the time, so couldn't get into the bank, so I had to just draw out every few days. Every day I'd go into ATM and draw out my max. And that's another thing that took a little bit of doing. Made me think, you know, it's kind of nice having a little bit of gold in your possession. You got a couple $1,000. Back then it's a couple $1,000. Right now it's nearly three. 2,900 today. Well, no, I said that wrong. 2,800 and change. But anyway, I just want to give that example. It's just some people say that's anecdotal or whatever, but that's just our experience on her. That gold can come in handy in a trade like that, and it's good as cash if the feller knows what it is. I thought I'd look in today as I'm trying to make this here video. I just looked up spot on that August 13th, and I'd have to look it up, but I was right 1913 or something, 1913, something like that. Y'all can look it up, verify what I'm saying, but spot on August 13 is a little under 2,000. So actually on that deal, I come out pretty good, because I got a little bit of my premium back, probably all of it, because it's here maple leaf, a pretty low premium. But I reckon he come out pretty good too, because he been buying online. That's pretty pricey, and he's happy to have it. He's good with 2,000, call it 2,000, and he didn't have to buy online that way. So anyway, that's kind of my little video here. Like I said, how we bought a RV with gold. Of course, we used cash too, but the gold was part of that deposit, and it did help, I believe. And I believe if, especially as the economy goes the way it is, and more people look into gold, and as gold is going up, people gonna realize that it is still good as gold. And that's what people say, well, are they gonna take your gold? Well, I reckon they'd be glad to take your gold if you're the one sitting there with the gold and somebody else sitting there with the cash, and cash keep going down. They probably like to have your gold. I know I would. And so that's just our experience. Maybe if anybody got any experience bartering or trading with their gold or silver or however you bartered, you can leave it there in the comments below. But that's a little video. All right then, bye bye.